Hello everyone. It's Teresa with Critters Crochet and happy Thursday. I am so excited. Today is the first installment of a series that Shannon from the Spoonie Stitcher and I are doing called Back to Basics Boot Camp. We are so excited to start this, guys. And today's video, we are going to talk to you. Make sure you go over to Shannon's channel, the Spoonie Stitcher. I'll have her channel linked below. Make sure you go over and check out her boot camp video and see what basics and introductions she's showing. I encourage you to watch both of our videos, whether you're just learning to crochet or you're a seasoned crocheter. You both will benefit from these videos. We hope and pray that you benefit from these videos. You may learn something that you didn't know that could help you in your crochet journey. So today's video is just the bare bones of what you need to start crocheting. And you don't need a room full of stuff like I have. This is from years of crocheting, and this is not all of it. I have a lot over there too, but you don't need a ton of stuff to start crocheting. You just need the basic essentials. You need some yarn, and I'll talk about different kinds of yarn. You will need some yarn. Excuse me. You will need a hook, a tapestry needle, measuring tape of some kind, a pair of small scissors, or I like to use these little nippers, and you will also need some good stitch markers, and I'll talk about those too. So I want to head over to the table and just give you a closer look at each one of these items and just do a little describing for you. A little bit more detail of these. So let's head over to the table and get a closer look at each of these items so that I can really explain these to you and why they're so necessary to have as a beginning crocheter. All right, guys, let's start off talking about the yarn. This is a DK. This is my favorite DK weight yarn. But you can also use, I would recommend starting out as a beginning crocheter, I would recommend starting out with a worsted weight yarn. You can use something like this. This is a worsted weight 4-weight yarn. And let me show you where. Let's just see. I've got here, I have, let me show you this one. This one would be better. I have a Red Heart Super Saver, and you can tell that it's a 4-weight yarn by look at the band. Red Heart Super Saver, it tells you yardage and all of that right here on the band. And then if you turn, it'll tell you've got your color name of Dusty Gray, but on the band it tells you look for that number 4. This is a 4 medium weight, and it's also referred to, if you see patterns, sometimes they'll say medium weight, some patterns will say worsted weight. It's the same thing. It's a number 4, and it'll tell you what hook size. This yarn recommends a 5.5 millimeter hook for your hook size, and machine wash and dry. So that is your basic information on here of how to if you don't know, if somebody says, well, you need a worsted weight yarn, you need a 4-weight yarn, that's where you can tell is right on the band. You look for that number 4. And this is just a good yarn to start out with and practice with your crocheting. You can later on move into the smaller yarns, such as the DK weight, and we may get into a different video in the future that talks about the different yarn weights and what they're good for. But for I'm so sorry, I got confused on what I was going to say. So along with the yarn comes your hook. So I'll be right back, and I'm going to show you a couple of different hooks and what the the basics of a good hook are. Okay, so for your hooks, I really suggest starting out that you get a hook that is ergonomic, meaning these Susan Bates hooks like these that are straight and metal are not ergonomic. Shannon has a really good tip for showing you why this is important, and I'm going to let her share that. She's going to share that in her video, and so I'm going to let her do that. But ergonomic means it fits comfortably in your hand without you having to put a lot of pressure. And with the small shaft on these, it's really hard. You have to really grasp tightly to get a good grip on your hook, and that can cause stress on your hand. It can cause your hands to get tired, and most people just give up crocheting because their hands hurt when they crochet, and that's basically why. If you do have these type of hooks, I highly recommend that you go to Amazon and get a set of these grippers. You can just type in grippers on Amazon. I have the link to that. I will link it in the description box of this video so you can find them. But these have different size holes in the bottom depending on the size hook you have, and you can easily turn one of these hooks into an ergonomic hook by using these. And all you do is, this is the one that's going to fit nicely. You just slide the hook on, and then you've got a really nice grip to use in your hand, and your hand is not having to work as hard to grip because it has something thicker to hold on to. You can also buy sets of hooks that already have the grippers on them, and these are Clover, and they're really good because they are ergonomically designed also to have a good gripper on there, so you're not stressing your hands. Now, once you get into your crochet more and you're able to afford a little bit more not expensive but higher priced hook, you can go to Fire resin hooks, and they make hooks that are already ergonomically designed with a thicker handle too. And what I wanted to show you with these hooks is inline. An inline hook to me is the best hook because let me see if it'll show better on here. On this, if you look, the reason it's called inline, and I'm going to try and see if I can find one here, is because this is called the head of the hook, the head of your hook, okay? And it is completely lined up. The tip of the hook right here is in line with the shaft of the hook. That's called inline. An inline hook to me just makes it much easier for you to have control of your stitches and control of your tension. So a good inline hook is really what you need. And just make sure it has an ergonomic handle so your hand doesn't get stressed out. Okay? I'll be right back with the next item. Okay, also what you need, and take this advice from me because, oh, sorry, went the wrong way with the camera. I did not think I needed these when I started out, but you need a good set of stitch markers. This will help you when you're crocheting to mark that first stitch, and so that you won't lose your stitches, because a lot of times with new crocheters, that's the biggest thing, is their stitch count is off because they miss a stitch. And using stitch markers helps you to keep track of those stitches, especially the very first stitch you make. And I really like these. You need to get some that are locking, which means they go in and they close and they lock, so they're not falling off of your project and you're not losing where you were. So I highly recommend you can get sets of these. I will link these in the description box also. You can get a set of these hooks on Amazon for practically nothing, and they come in different sizes, which is really cool. So if you're using like a worsted 4-weight yarn like I showed you, you have the smaller sized hooks. If you're using the very thick jumbo or super bulky yarn, the larger hooks come in really handy for those. So a good set of stitch markers is essential. I didn't think I needed those when I started crocheting, and I realized very quickly that yes, I do. You also need a good pair of scissors. Now you can get a small set of scissors. They make scissors that fold up into each other. I really love these. They're called nippers or snips. Some places call them snips. I've heard them called nippers. But these have a cover over them. They're compact and they're super sharp, and they do a really good job at clipping, especially if if you're doing a small project and you've really got to get in there. A good set of scissors is absolutely essential. You can get these just about anywhere. And then also the last thing you really need is a good set of tapestry needles. Now, I have all kinds of needles. You can, once again, you can go on Amazon and you can purchase a set of needles. And let's see, I thought I had it here, but I don't see it right now. But anyway, get you a good set of needles. They are essential, and you can get sets of needles. And everything I'm showing you on here today, I will be linking those links to Amazon, so you can get yours and see where to go get them. But they come in straight. You can get a set that has straight tapestry needles, or you can get the needles that have a bend in them. Now, starting off, the straight needles are perfect, and they will come in different sizes. You can get, the sets will come in the big thicker. Let me move this camera down so you can see it. Down to really thin needles, depending on the size yarn you're using. Okay, but a straight needle starting off is what you will need. If you can also, I love the bended, especially I like doing amigurumi, making toy dolls. So when you're attaching the body parts and pieces, you can get in there and bend around the curve and really get into the stitching well to attach those pieces if you're attaching pieces to your crochet. But these also work just for regular crochet stitching in rows, blankets, whatever it is you're making. So these curved needles are wonderful. So you can get a set that will have both in them, and so I highly recommend it. You need a good set, and I'd recommend not buying just one needle. I would recommend buying them in a set, because you're going to lose your tapestry needles. It just happens. I do it all the time. You're going to lose your needles, so get you a good set of needles. So that's pretty much the basics of what you need to start crocheting. I'm going to come back to my laptop camera, and I'll see you in just a moment. And we're back. So guys, I'm so excited to be sharing with you these next few Thursdays. This is probably going to run this through the end of August, possibly into September. It just depends. So I hope you will join Shannon and me in our videos every Thursday morning at this same time at 10 a.m. Central, 11 a.m. Eastern, while we share our love of crochet and help you to learn a little bit more about some of the things that crochet involves that you maybe not have learned, maybe didn't know, learn something new, or as a new crocheter, we hope that will inspire you and encourage you to hold fast to your crochet journey, have fun with it, and we hope you will learn from us and are able to get a good start on whatever you decide to do with crochet. So this next Thursday, our next Thursday video, we're going to start off with a very, very basic slip knot and chain. So you will be learning how to do that, and hopefully some fun little tricks and tips that we can share along the way. So I hope you guys have an amazing day today. please leave me a comment. Hit the like button. If you're new to Critters Crochet, hit the subscribe button, but also leave a comment. That helps get this video out there so more new crocheters can see and learn how to crochet. So make sure you leave a comment. You can do something as simple as an emoji or hi, how you doing this morning? But let us know in the comments below as a new crocheter, if you are brand new, just learning to crochet, let us know some of your questions as you watch these videos. Also, tell us what you are hoping where are you hoping that crochet takes you? Is this going to be something that you're going to do just for a little hobby, to do every so often? Or do you plan on really going for it and maybe turning crochet into a business? Let us know below what you plan to do with your crochet. We would love to hear it. And I hope you have a great day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.